in the House and a Senate flip in November. The aforementioned Kevin McCarthy is here. I love an optimist. I love a bull, and I love Kevin McCarthy. Kevin, so listen, you're very optimistic. Give us a couple thoughts on this. Let's begin with Mr. Trump.
Well, I'm optimistic because that's what the data shows. Let's go back to the last election. President Biden won that election by 48,918 votes. So if you take the polling from then and compare it to today, President Trump is really at the exact same place he was then. The difference is President Biden was plus 10 favorability then. He's minus 20 now. I think if the election was today, it wouldn't even be close. President Trump would win bigger. You're seeing it where you're even talking about New York. You're not mentioning Michigan. You're not mentioning Pennsylvania, Arizona, or Georgia. President Trump has been leading in those swing states for a number of months. And now we're looking at Black American percentage, up to 22%. If President Trump gets above 13%, Democrats will never win the White House. And you look at his growth with Hispanic voters. We've watched that in Congress, winning the districts along the border. We were the first party ever to have a Mexican-born individual elected to Congress. I mean, this is a unique situation here, and it grows. Now, the Senate has a much different map. They're not all up at once. They only need to win one seat, but think about it. Manchin and Sinema are not running for re-election. You look at Ohio in the swing. We've got, and you look at Montana. We've got really good candidates. And I want to give a lot of credit to Senator Daines. He's done a really good job running the senatorial committee. He's paid attention in the primaries. Now, when you look at the House, I've been fortunate. I've been leader for 5 years, and we've won every single cycle. When President Biden was on the ticket, last time, it was the first time since 1994 not one Republican incumbent lost. And remember, I picked up 5 seats in California, 5 in New York, in Oregon, and Arizona, all places Republicans were losing. But today, the numbers are better. It's easier to win seats in the House this cycle than the last 2. Remember, the Democrats tried to redistrict New York. They didn't do very well. They tried Wisconsin. They didn't get to do that. North Carolina had redistricting, and 3 Democrat incumbents didn't even run for re-election. So you pick up 3 seats there. Democrats got another seat in Alabama. So we've got a little competitiveness, but it looks chaotic in Congress right now. The only way Republicans in the House don't maintain their majority or grow is themselves. Because of the chaos, the money has dropped significantly, which hurts. The Democrats have a money advantage now. When we were in the minority, we were able to raise more money than them in the majority.
Well, I think that, I think it's important, and I think Mike Johnson is doing this. Keep the focus on Biden and Schumer, Democratic policies. I think he's got it. If he stays with that, Kevin. But, Kevin, it's really, I'm glad to hear your optimism. I was going to say one footnote. We're running out of time, but I know Larry Hogan in Maryland, Governor Hogan. I know he's a liberal Republican, but he's a Republican. He's a Republican, and he'll line up on the Republican side. And that's going to be, that could be, you could wind up with a 3-4 seat Senate majority in the Senate. Last 15 seconds.
I'm a big supporter of Larry Hogan. You know, he won re-election as governor and again. I don't call him a liberal Republican. I call him a common sense Republican. This guy's conservative on issues as well. But remember, he represents his state. He governs. He governs in a manner that his state wants. That changes. This is a chess game. Democrats will have to spend millions to try to defeat him. And that is a whole new game when you expand the playing field even further.
An optimistic Kevin McCarthy. Wonderful to see you, Kevin. Thank you ever so much.